me just getting out my room now. When you take too many, yes. Shut up, please. Oh. She has her good days and she has her bad days. And I don't do anything except somebody hurt my mom right hand. I have an idea who she is. And the doctors denied that my mom and I were aware and all went earlier. And it's not arthritis. And I've tried to have that other person expelled from our lives once and for all. And it's not arthritis, and it wasn't me. I didn't hurt her again today. My mom, mental health and disabilities, such as narcissistic abusive stalker Dr. Jassim and narcissistic abusive stalker Norman Thompson, alleged my mom's youngest brother, and narcissistic abusive stalker Credit Valley Hospital Dr. Fernando, and narcissistic abusive stalker Betty Bradley. All witnessed and all should, can, could, may, must, and need, show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells. Reacted, and reacts all about, all to, and all about, all happened to as, all happened as, all happened. There, elsewhere, everywhere. My mom were in that much pain, my mom would be taking stronger pain medicines, prescribed prescription. I take stronger ones. I don't take acetaminophen or Tylenol. I don't take that. I take something stronger if I have to, such as ketorolac, tromethamine. I take some of that. I took some of that last night. And I tried to help my mom. Mom, I'm busy. Your pain is controllable. It's manageable. Stop yelling and screaming. I can't leave medicines out and about that my mom could get access to in case my mom overdoses, such as acetaminophen. And my mom could take 6 to 8 pain relievers every day only. Often my mom is a late riser, and I don't know, is she hurting herself? I don't know. I didn't hurt my mom. I didn't harm my mom physically whatsoever. I just know we've been elsewhere, such as trans help rides, lobbies, appointments, Mississauga Senior Citizens Center, Square One Older Adult Center, Square One Shopping Center, Active Out Center, Mississauga, Central Parkway Mall, cafes, restaurants, etc. And when I got there, my mom could open her hand and take her meds, prescribed prescriptions. My mom carrying on like that all before, all during, all later, and since February 18, 2026. Securities, cameras, and all other evidence recorded, videos filmed, and any all photos of, and any live streamed real time and all published, all public, should, can, could, may, must, and need admissible there, elsewhere, everywhere, forever, always, everywhere. Where am I? I'm now sitting on my bed. She's in another room, my mom, and I'm just waiting because I want to get my coffee. And I believe better health instead of my mom replied and or phone calling others that really didn't want to hear from my mom to become a mall walker herself with me and other mall walkers. And they knew my mom's health and disabilities, and that's why I was mostly not attended, and that I was my mother mandatory citizen, and that my mom has staff, such as a nurse, come in and help my mom sometimes. Unique. I can't see anything. It's dark. Avril, where are you? I'm sitting on my bed right now. I'm gonna have some water before I have my coffee. I'm gonna swallow a dose of iodine supplements like 12,000 mcg. Healthy hair, skin, and nails. Helps to maintain healthy hair, nails, and skin. Okay, how are you feeling? Not lots of pain today, actually. I took a pain reliever and then rested some, and I mean, I am uncomfortable, and I was resting. And as I said before, my mom is only allowed 8 pain relievers in a day, so she's had a dose. Well, she's actually only prescribed originally 6. And as far as I know, it is 6 until the label changes. 6 pain relievers a day. So she's had 1 dose and she can have 2 more. And I find if I give it to her later during the day without her carrying on the way she is, I don't know why her hand is hurting her more. It's not arthritic, and I didn't do anything to it. And as she put both her hands out to get the medicines, and I'm sure the pain relievers aren't that good for her eyes. Anyways, she's had that. So in another around dinner hour, she can take some, and then hopefully at bedtime she can take another dose, and she'll have a good night's rest and sleep. In addition to all her other meds. Well, I don't know that you know, but as this expression is. And when this god awful city shows and tells the truth about all others, all we're all about, all to, and all about what happened to us, uh, this God fearing city, alleged city, all should, can, could, may, must, and need, react, reacted, and reacts, and show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells, all happened to us, all happened as all happened. There, elsewhere, everywhere. Active Outlet Center, Mississauga, etc. and LPSCC 850 and LPSCC 807. I wasn't being elder abusive. I wasn't being a narcissistic abusive stalker. I was just helping my mom once more. I think my mom has to stop drinking wine. She drank wine twice this month, and that's what happened. So, and that the red wine. I mean, it wasn't me. It's my mom, and alcohol is a symptom, and she's only supposed to have it very occasionally. And today, another example of that. All before, all during, all later, all since December 12, 2024. Take 2 caplets by mouth 3 times daily. Acetaminophen, 500 milligrams. That's my mom. Drug prescription medicine. Pain relief. I did right. I have nothing else. It's all just verbal. My doctors, I've been taking my pain reliever some time. It was originally prescribed to me because I was in that bus accident. Other people and myself, others and myself, bus accident. I was not the driver, it was the driver and others. And I didn't take lots. That was October 27. And when I spoke to my doctor, I said, can I have, because the kidney stone, can I take them for that? Instead of just over-the-counter Tylenol that doesn't do anything in Advil. And I was given the okay that I can. And as last night I have to take with food, I ate 28 grams of potato chips and some rice crackers. I have remaining from that one portion control serving I gave myself. 7 rice crackers remaining. I'm going to take my biotin now. Oh, the kidney stone is painful, especially the size of 7 mm. Waiting to see if that's passing. It's painful.
And any and all other people showed and told themselves met and knew as Bellises, and or photographed, videotaped, all that other stuff with us, Bellises, and themselves did alleged reaction channels on the internet. Oh, I had some corn chips and flax seeds too last before I took my prescribed prescription pain reliever. Then I had the 28 grams of potato chips, and then I had some rice crackers. Those aren't reaction channels, videos, vlogs, etc. It's just pure harassment, bullying, and stalking. They're narcissistic, abusive stalkers. Won't leave us alone. And they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not ever allowed and consented and permissioned entries to us Bellises estates, contents, and monies, etc. that's not published, public. All historical, all geographical, all financial, and any and all new. Were they should, can, could, may, must, and need judiciary punished, and all their alleged reaction channels canceled and demonetized. Internet, phone calls, and all other times. Instead of me, and instead of all animals and all botany, all pets, all fur babies. Instead of all animals and all botany and all pets, all fur babies, and me. And off and on and off YouTube too. Such as narcissistic abusive stalkers, Betty Bradley, Credit Valley Hospital, Dr. Fernando, Norman Thompson, alleged my mom's youngest brother, Dr. Jassim, and other residents and their visitors, guests, and
all alleged condominium corporations, staff, such as alleged site administrators, alleged property managers, alleged concierges, alleged securities guards, concierges, I should say, and all mail deliveries. Now, anybody should have recorded, filmed, videotaped, photographed, real timed, live streamed outside Aspelis's doors and windows that were other than, maybe delivery persons, delivery people, because it was something that they had to do that was employment related. I've seen some of that, and I informed the corporation that's all that's allowed. Nobody else should, can, could, may, must, and need outside my front door, outside Aspelis's front doors. Wasn't us that were making noises, disturbances, and other annoyances and annoyances. It was all those other people, except delivery persons. I mean, they were allowed to did that. Allegedly Walmart, allegedly Voila, allegedly Priority Post, allegedly whatever delivery company was used. Honestly, alleged police officers with alleged vests that had alleged cameras, etc. Like I said before, I watched videos and other people. It's allowed in public places, although not private places, not residential, not cottage court, not cottage fae, not residential, not urban apartments. And I'm not only talking, I did it because mostly to catch those other people did and reported it to the police and others and showed and told on them that they're not doing their jobs, titles, jobs, duties, jobs, details, and jobs descriptions. And where did they put all that they did? Where is it? Instead of doing what they were supposed to have did, all their jobs, titles, jobs, duties, jobs, details, jobs descriptions, the corporations should, can, could, may, must, and need gave and give us privacy and safety, as I mentioned before, safety and privacy, and that no physical, mental, and emotional harm and hurt, injuries and wounds, illnesses should, can, could, may, must, and need happen ever to us. We should never get that. That's not our fault, it's all them. And they should go, not the residents. Residents shouldn't have to leave their homes just because those other people, home invasions, and all other times, trespassed and lied it was us. Eventually, all the witnesses should, can, could, may, must, and need show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells, and reacted, and reacts, all about that, all too. And all evidence, including all on, all securities cameras were all on, all real time, all recorded, any and all videos, recordings, any and all photos of all of that should, can, could, may, must, and need used and accessible everywhere as evidence. Other people can get unemployed and judiciary punishments and sued instead of us. Outside all front doors and all windows and all parking. I don't mind. I don't care that there's a security camera here and there and everywhere, common areas. I don't mind public areas because I know I'm not guilty. I don't care. Sometimes I get dressed going out. Sometimes I just wear my lounge wear sets. I don't care what they Who are they going to show it to? Security is supposed to give us privacy and safety. Safety and privacy. Safety and privacy. Who are they going to show it to other than the courts and the police? Judiciary. As they're supposed to. And the corporation. Instead of lying, that was us instead of them. Whoever was outside Aspelis's doors and windows, they shouldn't have any privacy. They did that. That's them. Forever and always. And all should can, could, may, must, and need. React, reacted, and reacts. And show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells. All those, all were there. All happened to us. All happened as. All. There, elsewhere, everywhere. All happened. All before, all during, all later, and all since. March 19, 2025. It's been, what, 19 days now since nobody could harass us. Phone calls and internet. Sundays and all other days. They can't harass, they can't bully, they can't discriminate, they can't prejudices, they can't prejudice, they can't hate, they can't jealous, they can't violence, they can't violent, they can't predator, they can't resentful, they can't and cannot internet trolling. They can't do it anymore. They can't do all that. They're narcissistic, abusive stalkers to all of us Bellises. I mean, there is internet trolling, I do know, but that's on the internet, and that should, can, could, may, must, and need stay there on the internet, social medias. That's fine, but you don't make it personal and didn't and don't do boundaries. Safety, privacy, all about, all true, all about us. Oh. I'm going to take my biotin. I've showed and told before. I'm going to take a dose. I'm not going to videotape it because I don't feel like it's food. It's pharma. And as I'm going to take a dose right now. My mama's had her stuff. It's time I have my stuff. And all times other people delusional believed that they should, can, could, may, must, and need changed all names and all who, all what, all where, all when, on all why, and all how in Aspelis's hands, and what we put in ourselves orally. They're delusional. They're narcissistic, abusive stalkers, and they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not avoided judiciary punishments. Instead of Aspelis's, we should not be judiciary punished. We should not be sued. All of them. Take one dose, biotin. And I'm eating a rice cracker because I need to help push it down. Water didn't do it itself. I'm going to put the kettle on. Nothing you said is wrong. Privacy is important. Always remember to surround yourself with people who make you happy. Oh, thank you, Mickey. Dash 7C9S. Thank you. Hello, everyone in my chat. And another rice cracker. More rice cracker. I don't remember all the outfits I wore when I was younger that were Cottagecore Cottage Fae, being another rice cracker, although I'm doing my best. For a long time, I didn't wear any nightgowns, night shirts, because I was always busy, whether it be my family and or myself. I didn't want to be hospitalized and or taking somebody to a hospitals. That way, I always try and wear pants, just in case. All happened as. I'm just going to eat the remaining that I mentioned, rice crackers earlier. I have 3 remaining. I'm just going to eat them. I'm going to put the kettle on. And I'll let you see me. And I like having my tea later in the day now. Doesn't matter the blend. I just like to have my tea later in the day, not first thing. How are you feeling now, Mom? How are you feeling? I wasn't feeling all right earlier, but I'm starting to do stuff to feel better. I took my biotin and I'm eating my rice crackers. I'm gonna have some more water. Yeah, and I'm going to the kitchen in a few minutes. I made lunch. I'm gonna have a coffee, yogurt. My mom's gonna have something else to eat. I am food is beauty. And I don't believe in animal cruelty. And if it's shearing done right, I suppose. I was raised with knitwears sometimes. And I like that hoodie, my profile photo. Uh, excuse me. Knitwears. It's Cottagecore Cottage Fae. and wearing a robe, a big, nice, thick robe. It's Cottagecore Cottage Fae. And I have been dressing, uh, and I do like fleece. Oh, that's something I fell in love with a long time ago. And I like velvety, soft kind of things. Oh, and I'm really into denim, although I like corduroy. And the hairstyles. Oh, yeah. Usually I just have it parting down the middle or to the side when I was younger. Nowadays, parting down the middle and have my fringe. Now, the fringe isn't always Cottagecore Cottage Fae because when cottage, not always got the accessibility to go to a hair salon, hairdresser, and get a trim. And as the hairs keep growing longer and longer, until I return to a city, I suppose, hair salon, hairdresser, hairstylist, and get a trim. Until then, my bangs are longer. I'll just parting them to the side somehow or other, maybe down the middle, and just have my hairs just hanging. I do wash and blow dry myself, dry my hairs myself. Um, I can, and I don't do it all the time, but I try and do it weekly myself. And when my left wrist was bothering me, my left forearm was bothering me more than my right, I had to get some people. I had somebody come in and help me. Um, I get my manicure. I used to get my manicures. Somebody else, others would do for me, other people. But all reaction channels and all their visitors, their guests, should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not give their topics of interest, their shows. They have to give privacy and safety to everybody, and all times any doors and windows open to them that were one and more alleged YouTuber, vlogger, uh, social media, should be all judiciary punished, as I mentioned before, uh, demonetized, as I mentioned before, and the channel's canceled. Whether I'm a fan of them or not, whether I watch them and or not, they can go and never come back. Yeah, last night I ate a raw radish, lightly salted. I had some before that or after some flax seeds with corn chip flax seeds, and I had my pain reliever prescribed prescription, and I ate 20 grams of potato chips and some rice crackers, and I finished the rice crackers today since I tripped my bias and I swallowed. Great mental health is always more important than illness. Take care of yourself. Thank you. It is. It's true. And so I was recommended by one and more doctors, healthcare workers, professionals. Get off the internet. And I'm like, that's easy said and done. It doesn't change anything. I can't stop other people publishing us social media public. I can't, but they should, can, could, may, must not. They should, excuse me, they should, can, they should, can, excuse me. It is upsetting. They should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not trespass, home invaded, or you get injured, harassed and bullied, violent, discriminated, prejudiced, prejudged, racism, bigotry, stalking, narcissistic, abusive, stalking, private property, residential, and all elsewhere, not published, public. Did that make sense? Because privacy and safety, I wouldn't invade when it more. I mean, I wouldn't do that, so I expected other people wouldn't do that to me as Bellis's. I expected complete and utter privacy and safety. Complete and utter safety. They want us to go away. They're obviously neurologically impaired and mentally ill, not lawful, not legal, not sane, not competent, and not employable. Worse than any schizoaffective disorder themselves. I mean, they're making noises, disturbances outside walls, ceilings, floors there, and outside doors and windows. Sure, I uh, recorded that, videotaped, and photographed and live streamed real time because they were trespassing, etc. They were not lawful, they were not legal, they were not sane, they were not competent, they were not employable, they were not correct. They were wrong. And we showed and told others many. Oh, messages. Video. Yes, it's upcoming. Well, some messages were retracted. I didn't retract. I didn't report anybody yet today. There are some names that aren't allowed on my social media live stream. And I don't mind if, other people are on the internet trolling me. That's fine. They can use anything and everything that's published public. I don't care. I should, although, get privacy and safety elsewhere too. Safety everywhere. As well as this should, can, could, may, must, and need, got, and get safety everywhere. I don't wear very many headbands, sort of things, since my cat died. I tried wearing one a little bit, but I sort of have a shrine to Whiskers and to Rudy Noel died dead, and I put it there. And because I'm doing botany, I like to not wear anything. I'm waiting for my cactus to fully bud sometime. Be really nice. Have those blooms. Once that happens, I might put on a headband again. I don't even do it when I'm moisturizing or anything, and in case I don't take it off, where my cactus and I are together, closer, same room, areas together. I don't want to upset my cactus. Some people think I'm silly, but I believe botany, they know plants have sensories. They have sensors. They know. And that one has lived a long time. And my cactus doesn't like being touched. Even when I get too close, occasionally it looks like a branch is moving as to ward off, and it gets more pricklier. The stem further down has lots of, if you know cacti, you know they're very prickly, more prickly than rose bushes, which I adore. I really do. I cherish every moment. I look over, I'm looking over now, sort of, and I'm looking at all the growth my cactus has done. And it's growing as I look. You can look, I can videotape, I could do anything. I could study that plant for ages, and I know my eyes are not deceiving me. But there, that plant is growing. I remember when 2024, when we came here from where we were before, I had to get the scissors out. I had to get a glove on. I had to go near my cactus and trim. A little cut here, a little cut there. My cactus was not too happy. In a few weeks, my cactus fully recovered and growing. Got lots of greenery, and some of my Cottagecore Cottage Fae art as you can see on my community post page, and some videos, sort of vlogging, whatever you want to call it, videos, published public. Celebration of Life, Charles, cactus, Cottagecore Cottage Fae. When we went to Mississauga Animal Hospital, and my cat was gravely ill, and I had to get emergency. I was given notice that it's time. My cat was either just going to live sick and disabled, or I could make the humane choice and euthanize. I mean, euthanize. And then I phoned, and they didn't have any room available. They said I had to go to Oakville, place I've dreaded, and there we paid euthanasia, etc., euthanized. It was very traumatizing. And I came home and I had to get sedated, medicated. I needed lots of rest. And then every time I felt better, I didn't really. February, I was weak, I was frail. I didn't want to do anything, and I was like, I can't breathe. I'm coughing. I don't feel well. The sneezing, allergies. I was like, I don't feel well. My mom called for an ambulance. Paramedics came, took me in, and they were first thing first, as per to usual. the word Bellas. They were, oh, psychiatry. Until I said, you know what? I want blood tests, urine tests. I want all the tests. I want the swabs. I want everything. See if it's COVID 19, SARS, and or whatever, and let's get rid of it. They came back, you don't have it, although you have influenza type A virus. I'm like, okay. And then my mom wanted to go home because my mom was tired. And then I couldn't get a hold of my mom. And then when I finally did, I had to call for an ambulance. My mom had to get hospitalized. And then because my mom, I was like, I gotta go home. If she's going home discharged, I gotta go with her. I can't stay. She needs me. So I didn't get any medicine there. And then I finally went to my doctor and I was eventually prescribed stuff. I remember the, the cough bottle, antibiotic or whatever, prescribed prescription. I started swallowing that and oh, everything just came up. I was vomiting not only phlegm, foods, everything and anything. I just vomited. I couldn't sip water without vomiting. I couldn't put the cough medicine in my mouth without vomiting. The anti-nausea medicines, prescribed prescription, vomit. I did that for about a week and a half, and then or longer, and then that stopped. And then I was like, oh, I'm feeling better. It's been a couple of weeks. I'm no longer contagious, infectious. And then same symptoms came back again. The nausea, vomiting, the chills, the hot, and a faint. What was presumed fainted. Back in the hospital, I went, couldn't figure out what was going on. Maybe that was the influenza came back. Came home, tried, rested often, and then was feeling better in May. And I was like, oh, let's. First thing when I got to the hospital was that the staff were like, oh, it's food poisoning. I'm like, my left side, it can't be food poisoning. It's really painful. And the doctor didn't care, and all that patient relationship stuff prior to. And I was like, oh, I don't feel well. Got discharged. I had vomit in my hair and everything. When I go home, I couldn't even wash my hair right away. It was really, really gross. And all that time, I was really missing my cat alive. And then I began feeling better, and I thought, I need a pedicure. I can't do it myself. My left knee is really painful. Where's my right? I decided to go out and get a pedicure. The pedicure was one of the worst pedicures I've ever had in my whole entire life, if not the worst. The leg massage, everything. And then down I went again. And the people there were not very helpful. Yet, police, the paramedics, and again, first thing, question my mental health. And I was like, that is so discriminatory, so prejudiced, so prejudges. Too prejudiced, too prejudges, too prejudices. It was too ridiculous. And it's not allowed. And eventually I got in the hospital, and my left knee, I couldn't bend my leg. I thought, oh, surgery, great. Something I'm not looking forward to. But eventually I got a physiotherapist. And I keep walking. Some people are like, oh, you're hyperactive, hypochondria. I'm like, no, I'm walking. First thing today when the kettle's boiling, I'm walking. Indoor walk fit, indoors. I can't go outside and do it, but I can do it indoors. Gets my knee moving. Keeps my knee being straight and not being able to bend and walk on. And some other physiotherapy like exercises I have to do. I did. And then I was feeling fine again. And then that bus accident happened in October. It wasn't my fault. The barrier in front luckily stopped me from going through the windshield. And I haven't really been back there very often. I don't travel as often as I used to. And again, I miss my cat. Oh, what happened to my cat was very, very disappointing. It wasn't my cat fault. Anyone and everybody that blamed animals, such as when and more cats, they're obviously neurologically impaired and mentally ill. They're not sane. They're not competent. They're not lawful. They're not legal. They're not employable. It wasn't me, and it wasn't us. It was one more other people. And I still sometimes wonder. I've had other ones, but that cat of mine really, really, spent lots of times together, and I didn't come home sometimes. I just, I would see the blood, and my mom wasn't home too, and the litter box and the tissues and my pajamas, my loungewear, daywear, nightwear. I was like, it's real, and it wasn't us. And I reported it to my doctor, who said to go to the corporation. I reported it to the corporation before I showed it to police and others. And, when other people get mentally ill, psychotic, schizophrenia, obsessive compulsive, delusional, auditory hallucinations, paranoid thoughts, don't blame us. That was already pre existing. And every time they blamed us, themselves not lawful, not legal, not sane, not competent, and not employable. Anything and everything us, including all people, all animals, and all botany, and all pets, all fur babies. Did my mom make sounds earlier today and it disturbed one and more other resident? Why are they at the walls listening to us? She wasn't loud. She was not noises, disturbances, and annoyances. We were not noises, disturbances, and annoyances. It's all on social media, live streamed, real timed. Instead, it's the other way. And I'm not talking about screaming children, I'm talking about the adults. Oh, I really do. I miss that cat of mine. I left him there. I left my cat there under the understanding, euthanized, no heartbeat, brain, everything had died, and that we were going back to get the remains, all the documents and everything, all the more. Then my cat had died. And I used to cry oftener than this. I can stop crying now. I do have sniffles tests because, well, today's been a bit of a day. And, but it's not an illness. It was just bereavement. And other people, illiterate and or not educated or not professional, all that information. I'm not nuts. I'm not crazy. It's just something that happens. And it happened. And I was very close to my animal, my pet, my fur baby. And my mom. And botany. All animals. And all botany. My pet, my fur baby. Oh. I never wanted to commit suicide myself, and I never wanted more other brothers suicidal. My mom took too many Tylenol and Psilocybin once, and I'm just worried. I had to keep the stuff away from her and give it to her every day myself. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I just turned on 2 lights. Kitchenette and hall. my mom can see better, hopefully. And some things are too dark, which is allowed. Complaints. Gonna win 6 and tell them 9 and 5 areas before now. Like all other times. As I mentioned, such as 519, I think 705, I'm not sure. The spouses were not guilty. Indoor walk, fit indoors. I'm doing almost finished. Almost all done. don't like you when you talk like that. They don't even want to affiliate with you. When they do a background check on you, they know you're a liar. I just asked it because we're not doing anything else this week. Okay? So I just thought we're doing. I'll be right back. Well, okay, let me do something. coffee. Today's Monday. Monday, and Mondays wear white. I have my white accessories. Bit of white. Bit of white. Cold water, boiled hot stove top, 1 teaspoonful instant coffee, and a bigger teaspoonful of honey. I stirred, I served, I sips. As though Cottagecore Cottage Fae. Not anything sugar-free yet. Need to get some lemon. I might have to make my honey and lemon, hot water, and put that down. That'd be good. Have that at night, and as I sleep, rest my voice. So I did indoor walk fits. I did indoor walk fit indoors. 1 kilometers today already. Noises, disturbances, not us making those, not us creating those noises, disturbances. Not us making those noises, disturbances, not us. Somebody else. Hello, everybody in my chat. Hi there. I like your sweater. Oh, thank you. It's fleecy. Halloween cannot come sooner this year. Candies. Oh. Ah, Hansel and Gretel. To give out to the little bugger-legs trick-or-treaters candies that are not sugar-free. Hot damn. Where to go? Instead of death as the young one, let them age with sugar. And then when they get to the ages that they can decision make themselves as adults, they either stay with sugars, and or sugar free. And eventually they die. Happy dance. Happy dance. Some people showed and told I wanted to kill my mom. Instead, she got some sugar. How's your coffee, Mom?
It's very good.
That's good. Awesome. Oh. Finish my coffee and some foods. I'm possibly going to have something vegetable. And then I'm going to have a bowl of raw veggies, like I mentioned yesterday, once I get her some more settled. And then she's not having any wine tonight, most definitely. Anyway. And she's going to have something meat dinner. I'm not. I'm going to have some potato. I'm going to eat something plant-based. Most definitely a nice bowl of raw veggies. Cucumber. Celery. Carrot. And maybe some calorie wise and or light and or peppercorn ranch dressing condiment with them. Oh, and a treat later today sometime or other. Another raw radish. All natural sugars. Alleged. Good, I'm having a potato. All my haters jump with joy. I'm having sugar. Natural sugar. Nature. Honey. Bees. Buzz. Pretty yellow bees. Honey bees of all colors, shapes, and sizes. Bees. I know my history and geography and financial. I know what bees did, although I need my honey. Health purposes. Medicinal. Baklava too. Medicinal. Almost that time of year again. Sugar. Haters want me dead so much. Give me the sugar. Dumb fucks that you are. Cheers. I want me dead and gone. Instead of having sugar, as I mentioned earlier today. Noises, disturbances. We did not do that. Other people, other technology or whatever, they did that. Continue having that area dry skin. Whoever is doing that should be judiciary punished. Unemployed. Those noises, disturbances. That's not checking fire alarms. Just being noisy. Just they do their annual doesn't mean tomorrow they're going to all function the same as when they tested them. It's ridiculous. Fire departments don't go door to door in residential other neighborhoods, houses, townhouses, and check all their fire alarms. Barely even do it in schools nowadays. Malls, centers, hospitals. Do they go there and do annual fire alarm tests in the hospitals? ICUs and CCUs and elsewheres? I doubt it. It's not allowed. It can't endanger one and more other lives. Noises, disturbances. They can't even get in there here without proper documents provided to all residents that they were coming. I didn't get anything. I didn't get an email. I didn't get a notice at my door. Of course, I haven't opened my door in a few days. I mean, not all security guards, parking securities, and alleged concierge should, can, could, may, must, and need to have keys to all residents' doors. They're only supposed to enter when it's an emergency, and only emergencies, and maintenance and repairs if and when. With total supervision and with all residents' knowledge before that all happening. Hear that? Use the chat area. Let me know. Do you hear that? Condominium corporations and fire departments must not disturb residents. Yes, no, with their noise disturbances or alleged annual fire alarm tests. Please vote. Yes, meaning you agree that they must not. I didn't know they were doing that today. Nobody showed and told me. I haven't heard from the property manager. I haven't heard from the site administrator. I've heard from not anybody at the condominium corporation. They said if they're gonna be doing any of that, they have to come back in like 5 hours because I'm busy. And I didn't know they were coming. Nobody showed and told me they were coming. Had I known they were coming, I would have had my cleaning person maid come and cleaned here already. Are you a part of the fire department? No. I don't work there. Who is it? Who is it? I didn't get any notice that you were coming. Oh, it's at my door?
Yeah.
Can you come back in a couple hours?
No, sorry.
Can you come back in an hour? Thank you. And 45 minutes. I said an hour. I have to go. There's family emergency. Gives me enough time to get my mom some food. And